together to keep her forever resilient and strong. We need slow stabilization for risk rehabilitation. Get involved every child, woman and man. Island resilience has got the plan.
The European Union funded OECS GCCA project on climate change adaptation and sustainable land management in the Eastern Caribbean is designed to improve the region's natural resource-based resilience to the impacts of climate change through two components: effective and sustainable land management frameworks and practices regulatory capacity awareness, and secondly, specific physical adaptation pilots in 9 participating OECS member states: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, British Virgin Islands, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The project's implementation effectively spanned from January 2014 to May 2019, with approximately 90% of the €10.6 million funds committed. Under this thematic area of physical adaptation pilots, the GCCA project supported activities were aimed at demonstrating and piloting climate change adaptation solutions for water security, drought mitigation, food security, flood mitigation, watershed and forest rehabilitation, coastal protection, ecosystem rehabilitation, slope stabilization, and soil conservation. It is anticipated that proven practices will be replicated and upscaled across member states with similar circumstances. Activities within the area of drought mitigation and food security were aimed at enhancing the capacity of participating member states to sustainably access adequate quantities of quality water for sustaining livelihoods, for food production, health and sanitation, and for preserving natural ecosystems. The project supported the installation of a solar-powered rainwater harvesting system for irrigation at the Botanical Gardens in Montserrat and solar-powered rainwater harvesting systems at the Maribo Propagation Station and MacDonald College in Grenada.
Right now the building don't have water, so right now when time to water the plants, we have to use the tank, and it really gives us the advantage.
It allows us to utilize the rainwater to water our gardens. Without using that rainwater, we can have a whopping water bill which the trust can ill afford. So utilizing this solar power to pump the water around is also something that cuts down on our electricity.
In Anguilla, the measure was entitled Streamlining Green Waste Through Composting for Improved Sustainable Soil Management. The system uses an appropriate combination of composting technologies to develop high-quality compost towards incorporation of organic matter into the soil to improve soil aeration, soil water conservation, and soil productivity in general. This will increase local food production, build agricultural drought resilience, and enhance food security.
As the agronomist at the Department of Agriculture, this compost project could assist us here in diagnosing a lot of our problems with farmers, with their nutrient deficiencies. It could assist with water retention because of the cost of water in Anguilla. It still acts as an overall amendment to the soil in terms of the structure and our pH, as I mentioned before. And overall, it just assists us in diagnosing a lot of the problems that farmers have.
What it actually helps to do, it helps us to the soil to hold water, which is very important. And the compost, which I actually call black gold. That's my name for it. What it does, it feeds the soil because it has the earthworms there. You have the certain bacteria on the soil, good bacteria. You have the fungi in the soil also. Crickets and all them help to break down organic matter like the compost matter and then turn it into good nutrients for the plants to take it up.
The GCCA project supported interventions towards the management and control of flood water movement at Sandy Ground in Anguilla, with the installation of a control mechanism for the inflow and outflow of water at the salt pond, hence protecting lives and property at risk.
It is important for Sandy Ground Village because Sandy Ground is the main cargo port. It has a lot of businesses. You have residents, a mix of bars, restaurants, and it's also historic to the salt mining in the past. So it is important to reduce the flooding situation to ensure the economic, the social, and historic preservation of the village.
In Montserrat, the measures were aimed at the management of flood water, which often resulted in landslides, soil erosion, and sediment loss in areas affected by the Collins and Keynes rivers and associate tributaries.
My name is Alvin Gerald. I live right next to the gut that was recently, Collins Gut, which was recently stabilized from constant erosion over the last years. I'm very thankful that the project has been done to really stabilize my property and to make the access to the Collins Gut and surrounding areas more accessible even in times of heavy rain.
The project was also aimed at addressing critical flooding hazards in the Cashew Hill community in Antigua, which would also help remediation of water-related health issues through waterway and drainage reconstruction, flood attenuation, wastewater management, and wetland restoration.
The GCCA project really at its core, for the Cashew Hill area in particular, sought to address the impact of climate change, specifically as it relates to flooding in the area. It's against the background of the development of a community, not very well planned along a waterway, and that needed to be corrected. The main output of this engagement would have been a local area plan. And a local area sustainable development plan is a plan that really is developed through consultation with the community for them to see what vision they have for the development of their community. And it impacts 4 main areas: social, socioeconomic, environmental, and physical.
While the actual construction did not proceed due to procurement challenges, a state-of-the-art engineered design is available for implementation and was used as a key platform for developing a resilient local area plan financed by the project.